So I'm trying to get something right today. And everything needs to be integrated. I've tried to figure out a way of being neutral about this as far as religion goes, but it's not possible. Now, so in this book, this is called the Holy Bible. I'm not sure whether this has the it doesn't have the what do you call it? What do you call it? There's another book in the Bible that some people don't agree with. And here we have it here. The one we usually read with the Apocrypha. Yeah. Narrow-minded fools pass away wisdom and so a little bit around. Okay, so this is the Holy Bible with the canonicals, deuterocanonicals, and Apocrypha. Anyway, so this is the guy. I'm just going to do a random Bible study. So, and this you got to know, like this is no fooling around shit. Okay. I will remove everyone who is proud and arrogant, and you will never again rebel against me on my sacred hill. The people of Israel who survive will do no wrong to anyone, tell no lies, nor try to deceive. They will be prosperous and secure, afraid of no one. So this is how you get that way. Jerusalem's sin and redemption. Jerusalem is doomed, that corrupt, rebellious city that oppresses its own people. It has not listened to the Lord or accepted his discipline. It has not put its trust in the Lord or asked for his help. Its officials are like roaring lions. Its judges are like hungry wolves, too greedy to leave a bone until morning. Now that's a fairly accurate description of jurists today. Can we say this? Turn to the Lord, you humble people of the land who obey his commands. Do what is right, and humble yourselves before the Lord. Now, everyone in our marriage knows that God is first. It looks like I've succeeded in kind of marrying 7 women. I don't know how we're going to deal with the consummation or whatever, but there are women who claim they believe what I promised them. So my word's the most important thing in my life, and they didn't know this. God did. So did Nora. Look what else he says. Once you do this, the people of Israel who survive will do no wrong to anyone, tell no lies, nor try to deceive. They will be prosperous and secure, afraid of no one. Sing and shout for joy, people of Israel. Receive with all your heart, Jerusalem. Like, this is what I bring. This is all I want to do for you. Do you understand? And I know how to do it. It's just some of the thieves are going to be a little upset. That's just all that's going to happen here. The Lord has stopped your punishment. He has removed all your enemies. The Lord is the King of Israel is with you. There is no reason now to be afraid. The time is coming when they will say to you, Jerusalem, do not be afraid, city of Zion. Do not let your hands hang limp. Your Lord, your God, is with you. His power gives you victory. The Lord will take delight in you, and His love He will give you new life, and in His love He will give you new life. He will sing and be joyful over you at a festival. The Lord says, I have ended the threat of doom and taken away your disgrace. The time is coming. I will punish your oppressors. I will rescue all the lame and bring the exiles home. I will turn their shame to honor, and all the world will praise them. The time is coming. I will bring your scattered people home. I will make you famous throughout the world and make you prosperous once again. The Lord has. This is true. It's very true. The sky opened, I saw vision of God, 50 years of things, why I have been taken into exile. There, I decided to draw over, I heard the Lord speak to me, and I felt His power. So these are channels of the Lord that can speak on behalf of the Lord. He's staying away from us in punishment for my fuck up. You understand? Yeah, okay. You want it your own way, you got it your own way. So I don't want it my own way anymore. I am committed to doing things His way. I serve Him. He is my only God, my only friend, and my only love. Anyway, so I looked up and saw a windstorm coming from the north. Lightning was flashing from a huge cloud, and the sky all around it was glowing. Where the ring was flashing, something shone like bronze. At the center of the storm, I saw what looked like 4 living creatures in human form, but each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and they had hoofs like those of a bull. They shone like polished bronze. In addition to their 4 faces and 4 wings, they each had 4 human hands, one under each wing. 2 wings of each creature were spread out so that the creatures formed a square with their wingtips touching. When they moved as a group without turning their bodies. Each living creature had 4 different faces, a human face in front, a lion's face at the right, and a bull's face at the left, and an eagle's face at the back. The 2 wings of each creature were raised so that they touched the tips of the wings of the creatures next to it, and their other 2 wings were folded against their bodies. Each creature faced all 4 creatures, and so the group could go wherever they wished, without having to turn. Among the creatures there was something that looked like a blazing torch constantly moving. The fire would blaze up and shoot out flashes of lightning. The creatures themselves darted back and forth with the speed of lightning. As I was looking at the 4 creatures, I saw 4 wheels touching the ground, one beside each of them. All the wheels were alike, each one shone, and each one had another wheel intersecting at right angles so that the wheels could move in any 4 directions. The rims of the wheels were covered with eyes. Wherever the creature moved, the wheels moved with them. And as the creatures rose up from the earth, so did the wheels. The creatures went wherever they wished, and the wheels did exactly what the creatures did, because the creatures controlled them. So that every time the creatures moved or stopped or rose in the air, the wheels did exactly the same. Above the heads of the creatures there was something that looked like a dome made of dazzling crystal. There was under the dome stood the creatures, each stretching out 2 wings toward one's next to it, covering its body with the other 2 wings. I heard the noise their wings made in flight. It sounded like the roar of the sea, like the noise of a huge army, like the voice of Almighty God. When they stopped flying, they folded their wings, but there was still a sound coming from above the dome over their heads. Above the dome there was something that looked like the throne made of sapphire, and sitting on the throne was a figure that looked like a human being, and the figure seemed to be shining like bronze in the middle of a fire. It shone all over with a bright light that it had in all the colors of the rainbow. This was the dazzling light which shows the presence of the Lord. Rainbow and the Lord are co-similar in the book of Ezekiel. Isn't that interesting? There's a lot of reference to rainbows in this book. God calls Ezekiel to be a prophet. I think we'll I'll give you a bit of that. When I saw this, I fell face downward on the ground, and I heard a voice saying, "Mortal man, stand up, I want to talk with you." While the voice was speaking, God's Spirit entered me and raised me to my feet, and I heard the voice continue, "Mortal man, I am sending you to the people of Israel. They have rebelled and turned against me, and are still rebels, just as their ancestors were." And what this is doing is telling all future kings, this is how God's going to talk with you. Get fucking ready. They are stubborn and do not respect me, and I am sending you to tell them what I, the sovereign Lord, am saying to you, to tell them. Whether those rebels listen to you or not, they will know that a prophet has been among them. But you, mortal men, must not be afraid of them or of anything they say. They will defy and despise you. It will be like living among scorpions. Still, do not be afraid of those rebels or anything they say. You will tell them whatever I tell you to say, whether they listen or not. Remember that what rebels they are. Mortal man, listen to what I tell you. Do not be rebellious like them. Open your mouth and eat what I am going to give to you. I saw a hand reaching out toward me, and it was holding a scroll. The hand unrolled the scroll, and I saw that there was writing on both sides. Cries of grief were written there, and the walls and wails and groans. God said, "Mortal man, eat this scroll, then go around and speak to the people of Israel." So I opened my mouth, and he gave me the scroll to eat. He said, "Mortal man, eat this scroll that I give you. Your stomach will fill with it." I ate it, and I tasted it sweet as honey. Then God said, "Mortal man, go to the people of Israel and say to them whatever I tell you to say. I'm not sending you to a nation that speaks a different foreign language, but to the Israelites. If I sent you to other great nations that spoke different languages you didn't understand, they would listen to you. But none of the people of Israel will be willing to listen. They will not even listen to me. All of them are stubborn and defiant. Now I will make you as stubborn and tough as they are. I will make you as firm as a rock and as hard as a diamond. Don't be afraid of those rebels." God continued, "Mortal man, pay close attention and remember everything I tell you. Then go to the people of Israel, of your nation, who are in exile, and tell them what I, the sovereign Lord, am saying to them, whether they pay attention to you or not." Then God's Spirit lifted me up, and I heard behind me the loud roar of a voice that said, "Praise the glory of the Lord in heaven above." I heard the wings of the creatures beating together in the air, and the noise of the wheels as loud as an earthquake. The power of the Lord came upon me with great force, and his Spirit carried me off. I felt bitter and angry, so I came to Tel Aviv beside the Chebar River where the exiles were living, and for 7 days I stayed there, overcome by what I had seen and heard. So here's a guy who doesn't take shit lightly, like he didn't go home and have a cup of beer and eat pretzels, watch the game. People knew they were created by an entity other than themselves. And any congress with this entity they craved. They were smart enough to crave. We've lost that. I want to return it to you. You're dying without it. Honest to God, you're dying. Your mom won't love me until I heal you. I hate this. I feel like it's forced up my ass. But it's how it is. I gotta get it how it is and work with it. Make lemonade. After the 7 days had passed, the Lord spoke to me. Mortal man, he said, I am making you a lookout for the nation of Israel. You will pass on to them the warnings I give to you. If I announce that someone is evil, is going to die, but you do not warn him, you change his way so that he can save his life, he will still die, still a sinner, but I will hold you responsible for his death. Now this is how he fucking works. I keep trying to tell people this, they don't believe me. But he's no different today than he was then, I'm telling you. I don't fix you, I get fucked up, I get left behind. Your healing is my responsibility. And so I'm scared shitless, do you understand? I got a job to do, and I don't do it. I know who I'm fucking dealing with. And your mom makes him look like fucking Mother Teresa. Okay, if I announce that someone is evil is going to die, but you do not warn him to change his way so that he can save his life, he will die still a sinner, but I will hold you responsible for his death. If you do warn an evil man and he doesn't stop sinning, he will die still a sinner, but your life will be spared. And see, I didn't get that caveat at all. That deal is missing with me. I got fix it. That's the deal. Period. End of story. Fix it. Anyway, I'm your King of Kings. This book tells me I'm your King of Kings. I'm going to do my job. And so I'm hoping you will do yours and at least listen. Okay, the Lord appointed, okay. I will hold you responsible for his death. If you do warn evil man, he doesn't stop sinning, he will die, still sinner, but your life will be spared. Now, I don't get that now. If someone truly good starts doing evil, and I put him in a dangerous situation, he will die if you do not warn him. He will die because of his sins. I will not remember the good he did, and I will hold you responsible for his death. If you do warn a good man not to sin and he listens to you and doesn't sin, he will stay alive and your life will also be spared. And this is true, like, you know, we've the whole sub-drug culture in the city of Toronto is taking Sundays off now. Understand? It wasn't at one time. I've got a Skype calling. Somebody wants to jerk off, I think. Anyway, so do you see? This is why we're here. The only reason I bother living is to be with your mom and to heal you. That's it. There's no other. You know, I have no other interests.